Nikkei ending higher, or rather trading higher with a gain of about 0.9%.
6 people killed and 33 injured after a part of a foot-over bridge collapsed near the CST station last evening.
Looking at the data, my sense is it's a matter of when and not if Nifty goes to 11,500.
35 points higher, that is 11,378, and 130 up on the Nifty Bank. Very strong opening.
We may continue to see volatility probably till the elections.
I don't think costs are really a cause of worry even going forward in the next 2 or 3 quarters.
Fresh 2009 highs which continued for the Nifty and the Sensex. We have the Bank Nifty which is at a fresh record high.
This zigzag will continue, but the bias will be in favor of the rupee for a bit longer. Usually throughout the month of March.
Market is up and away, 11,441, almost a 100-point gain.
Okay, this market is on steroids in the form of the FII dollars. And that continues. And today also the market in a mood to perhaps take out, who knows, 11,500 today itself. This is Closing Bell. I'm Anuj and with me is Surabhi. Hi Surabhi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Anuj. You've been, making that call for a while now, 11,500. I thought it'll take some time. Maybe it'll take another at least 4-5 sessions. But the rate at which this is going, I just want to pull up one stock up and look at even the laggards. ITC has done nothing throughout the morning, but the ferocity of this momentum is so much that, you're looking at a big spike on even some of these underperforming stocks. Look at what Titan is doing right now. I mean, it's just all over the place. So, I mean, what is the sense, Anuj, with this rally, which is barely... Yesterday was, what, 1 day of pause? And the rest of this week has been absolutely stunning.
Yeah, yesterday was the charity that the market gave, Surabhi. In a bull market, you don't short consolidation in a bull market. You ignore all kind of noises in this kind of phase. Liquidity-driven markets, you have to participate. The screen for last many days was telling you loud and clear that you have to buy, And, any dip you get, any consolidation you get, you have to buy. Now, I thought, 11,500 for me was a matter of level, which was basically there was no resistance once 11,100 was taken out. So this was a 400-point clean run which the market had given. In that, of course, the Bank Nifty, because it took out the all-time high and entered the blue sky territory, obviously that led the move. Today, what's really helped is IT has participated, and IT has participated despite the very strong rupee. So my sense is what today would have happened is that that perhaps would have been the only space where some of the cute ones would be trying short trades. That didn't work today. Look at the way TCS has rallied. I think Surabhi, once again today you will see a very large FII number. Now, like we discussed in the morning as well, right now you don't want to second guess when this market will stall. What you want to do is participate in this market with your perhaps hedges in place, and if you are conservative, perhaps you want to buy some puts to hedge your portfolio, to hedge your Nifty positions, Bank Nifty positions. And just one more point, normally on a Friday you see some profit taking. You normally see. But this is that kind of market where on a Friday afternoon, a bear is thinking, should I even dare to leave my positions
It's like
open?
coming in front of a speeding train.
Exactly.
I mean, can you really do that?
Exactly. So, it won't surprise me if the market negates even the Friday factor in the last hour and perhaps closes at the highest point of the week. It's that kind of market right now.
In terms of the money flow that's been coming in, I mean, staggering amounts of money. 16,000 crores has come in the form of dollars in the month of March alone. So liquidity has been gushing through. And it's really foreign money that's driven this higher. Let's get started. We have a lot of ground to cover. Here's what's lined up on Closing Bell this Friday. It is green across the screen with the market sitting at the day's high. IT heavyweights Infosys and TCS rally despite the strength that we're seeing in the rupee. The rupee currently very close to the 69 mark itself. Nifty Bank outperforms. Hits a fresh record high led by strength in banks like Kotak Mahindra Bank, HDFC Bank as well as ICICI. We're going to be discussing a lot of these trends with the fundamental experts, SP Tulsian of sptulsian.com, Dipan Mehta, Director at Elixir Equities, as well as Neeraj Diwan, Director at Quantum Securities. Now, the market rally continues unabated. What are the important local and global triggers we must keep in mind? How much more on the upside? And if you feel left out, then do you still have a way to get in? Or is it too late? We ask Ajay Srivastava of Dimensions Corporate Financial Services. And of course, as always, lots of trading ideas coming up for the last hour. We have Prakash Gaba and Mitesh Thakkar joining in.
Okay, how should you position yourself then in this last hour? Prakash and Mitesh with us. Good afternoon. Mitesh, your thoughts on you know, how to participate in this run now. Yesterday, of course, perhaps was a good time, but now up 558 on Bank Nifty, 134 higher on the Nifty.
Anuj, good afternoon. I think every day, last few days, it looks like yesterday was a good day because it's been kind of a non-stop rally. Having said that, I think my idea is that while on the index, if you haven't been participating, I'm not sure of, and in fact, I've been saying this since yesterday itself, that I'm not sure of initiating a fresh longs. But what is happening is a lot of stocks are playing catch up. Today, IT stocks, as you were just highlighting, gave a lot of reversals on the intraday chart. So maybe you would want to trade long there. On index traders, I was initially looking at 11,250 and then 11,500. I think we are very close to that 11,500 zones. So we have tightened our stop losses to about 11,430 on the spot levels. And let's see, if the market continues to show strength, though it will be unbelievable if it does that, because very, very strong up move has already happened and we're extremely overbought. But it's been happening for the last 2 days as well. So for the timing, trade stock-specific basis. On the index, I don't think I'll be able to recommend a fresh trade on the long side. But I think, yes, stocks is where possibly some action is. I have 2 buy calls right now. Cadila is a buy with a stop at 336 for targets of 355. And Concord is a buy with a stop at 506 for targets of 535.
Okay, those are Mitesh's calls, all on the buy side, of course. Prakash, good afternoon. This is serious momentum. I remember we were discussing this earlier in the morning, and it's just moved higher from there as well. Last hour, is there still a trade on the index, first of all?
Yes. Good afternoon to you. Well, the last time we saw a monthly bar like this was 2 years back in March 2016. The last time we saw a weekly bar like this was in November. What a massive momentum. And this time, this bar tells me that it's a breakout bar. Something like a fresh breakout is coming. So I feel there's much more upside. We may see corrections. We may not see. It's due. Due does not mean the market will oblige. Perhaps may not. It's not obliged for last 3 trading sessions. So far, I think there's a trade even in the last 1 hour. And I would say that we were looking at some kind of an IT pack going up. That's why I recommend a buy on Infosys 2 days back. Struggled for 2 days. Today it's up. Looks like the IT pack has started to go up now. That will propel it further. So far the market is up. Last hour as well looks to be good. Target is a cheat for the day, 11,450, and 28,500 also is a cheat, but looks like there's more momentum here.
Okay, looks like there's momentum. I tell you something, the momentum is seriously coming back into a lot of names. Just pull out Bajaj Finance's intraday chart. I think this perhaps is the one normally sees a big last hour move. I think the last bar perhaps start of something big on Bajaj Finance. Just look at the chart right now of surging higher and higher as we speak. Prakash, any thoughts on this one? Bajaj Finance fresh breakout?
Certainly is looking good to me. Bajaj Finance, I think, is heading to 3,000 zones. I think we did give a call in the morning for a target of 2,900. That would get achieved perhaps in the next 10-15 minutes or so. Yeah. But I think it's not stopping at 2,900 Bajaj Finance. It's going towards 3,000. It should go there. I also have 2 stocks. One is the HDFC Bank. That looks good. The momentum is pulling up. Target on the upside 2,375. Stop below 2,235. And I also like L&T. Good buying going on here. Target on the upside in the vicinity of 1430. Stop below 1385.
Okay. SP Tulsian of sptulsian.com and Deepan Mehta of Elixir Equities now join us. Good afternoon. Ms. Tulsian, what a phenomenal rally in financials, the banks, non-banks, everything. Your thoughts?
See, Anuj, let me confess that probably nobody, even the eternal bull, would not have thought that Bank Nifty can rise by 2,500 points. That too in just 2 weeks. We have seen this series having started on 1st March at 27,000, and now the Bank Nifty is 29,500. I'm not referring the Bank Nifty future, which is in fact at 29,600. And similar is the case with maybe Nifty having risen by about 600 points. It seems that as if the Lok Sabha results have come out, and we are on 23rd May. But yes, coming back on this Bank Nifty move, which we have seen of 2,500 points, actually, if you really see the top heavyweights, which in fact I have been saying that HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, RBL Bank, in fact all are Axis Bank, everyone is at its 52-week high. Maybe Kotak Bank had not participated, and we have seen that participating today, and still Kotak Bank is 100 rupees away. And I won't be surprised to see the Kotak Bank also moving to this level of 1,400 plus, which is its 52-week high. But then why not to take a call on the other private sector banks, maybe like Federal Bank? They are definitely the Bank Nifty constituents, but maybe like Karnataka Bank, Lakshmi Vilas Bank, City Union Bank. I'm only referring the private sector banks because now the differentials have really seen widened between this one. Similar is the case with the NBFCs, where we have been keeping positive bias, maybe like Shriram Transport, Cholamandalam, Bajaj Finance having participated now. But can we have an eye now on L&T Finance and Mahindra Finance, which has not really participated the way these three stocks have participated in the rally in the NBFC space? So yes, things are looking quite good as of now, but I'm keeping the cautious view. I won't be. The only comfort is that we may say that the long funds must have bought the HDFC Bank and Kotak Bank, or maybe to an extent ICICI Bank. But suppose if the hot money will start booking profits in these bank stocks, which is not ruled out in this series itself. In fact, I'm keeping that caution after having seen such a big rise of 2,500 points. And you can see the swift profit booking also coming in. So yes, the things have become little risky at this stage to look to invest in the frontline banking stocks, maybe like ICICI Bank or maybe like Axis Bank at this stage.
Okay, financials have really led. If you're talking about the rally in March itself, the Nifty Bank has really outperformed the Nifty as well. So it's been one of the better performing pillars of the market. Lots of stocks on the move as of now. There are more names joining the party. There is REC, 4.5% up, days high on that stock. CG Power continues to track gains, 4.5% up here as well. Let's bring in Deepan Mehta into the conversation. Deepan, let me take up REC with you. I mean, it's a news-driven stock. This whole sort of deal with PFC and REC and how that goes through. Any advice? Would you be a buyer here?
Not at all, I think. Any such PSU stocks which are rallying, you can certainly trade in them, but from a long-term investment perspective, they've been disappointing in the past and will continue to do so in future as well. We have a nice banking NBFCs rally in place. So whether to go for the private sector banks or private sector NBFCs, especially those focused on lending to the retail segment, small ticket loan sizes, I think that there is a lot of steam left in those companies. So rather than buying REC, I would look for microfinance companies, gold finance companies, consumer finance companies, vehicle finance. I think they have better potential to deliver superior returns than an REC going forward.
Okay, just a bit of consolidation now after the kind of big move that we've seen. There are few stocks which are seeking lower levels as well. Asian Paints, for example, I think that's one index stock now at intraday low. Berger Paints as well, so that's Asian Paints. Berger Paints as well at the low point. Dabur is at the low point right now. And a couple of these ADAG names, once again, Reliance Power, for example, is now at the low point. There's IGL as well. But there are very few names. On the other hand, look at oil marketing companies now, BPCL and HPCL, defying all kind of logic. I mean, if you're looking at only crude prices, but that's BP for you at the high point, HPCL at the high point, ONGC at the high point. So it very rarely happens that you have both ONGC and oil marketing companies at high point of the day. But that's the market right now. It wants to look at crude going up as positive for oil marketing companies, wants to look at crude going up as positive for upstream companies. So, it's the frame of the mind of the market right now. It's just, too strong. Look at Coal India, Surabhi, by the way. Bajaj Auto is moving up. So, looking quite interesting across the board.
Absolutely. In fact, Mr. Tulsian, I want to go back and talk to you about these oil marketing companies, because I remember we discussed this almost 10 days back when the rally was just sort of in the initial stages, and you did speak about the optimism around inventory gains in Q4 because crude oil prices have moved up. We should pull up some of the data that I put out earlier. These stocks are the best performing stocks of the rally. We're talking 16-17% return in a matter of 10 days. Is there more to go, or even from a trading bent of mine, should one just book profits and get out now? What about OMCs, sir?
See, Surabhi, first coming on the rationale for this rise, I think this has sanity, because if you really see, they have the marketing margin keeping the intact by raising the product prices. Now there is no interference, number one. Number two, definitely they will be having the inventory gains going forward because of the rising crude prices. But generally we have seen that in case of these PSU banks, where you have seen a swift rise, which we have many times seen in case of PSU banks also, that if you have a swift rise of 10 to 15%, generally that is not seen sustainable. In fact, those things have been seen in case of utility companies also, maybe like NTPC, Power Grid kind of stocks as well. So yes, it is better that I'm not saying that the negatives are seen coming in for the oil marketing companies. Definitely it is seen optically positive for the upstream companies like ONGC and Oil India. But even for oil marketing companies, there is nothing negative seen, but there is no harm in booking profits, because the kind of momentum which we have been seeing right now, have seen these oil marketing companies also seen going up by about 12 to 15%, as you have said in this last couple of weeks. So yes, go for profit booking. Look to buy them again if you wish to, after if the correction comes in. Otherwise, many other ideas and calls are available.
Okay, all right, gentlemen, stay on with us.